So I had an incredible day with Articulated Ninja, Rocco the Great, Bronzer, Disavowed, Legend Series, The Woodman, Yo Joe Jerk. We had so much fun. I bumped into so many people that were so kind. Of course, I missed Pharoah Monch again, one of my favorite rappers growing up, Organized Confusion. But hey, that's not what it's about. It's about camaraderie and fun. And Legions Con is one of the best places for that. These were my pickups. Kind of modest, but when you consider a fine gentleman had a giant man for me at cost, I couldn't really go nuts. But we have something from Hasbro, Valaverse, the Four Horsemen with Mythic Legions, of course. It was Legions Cons. Something new, Mad Dog from Invincible Toys. Here's how this video is going to go down, because I'm going to splice in clips from the show. There's some fun things I want to show you. I want you to see. I will have the name of them fun things before that clip. I know last time I did this, somehow a few people were confused, even though I kind of broke down what I was showing at Legions Con. Here's how I'm going to do it. I will get into a figure. I will show some clips from Legion Con. I will get into another figure, clips from Legions Con. All right, so let's sit back. Let's see what happens today on Toy Gains. Toy Gains! Yeah. You and me, baby! Toy Gains! I can't take it anymore! It's Toy Gains!
Weapons attachments. I mean, it's missing stuff. It's still in the prototype paint apps, but you know, this is just to give people the idea, you know. The other thing too that I forgot to mention is that proprietary tech that I invented, right? Everything is all about modularity and quick release, right? So like everything is magnetic, ratcheting, right? Double joints. I mean, this has real articulation, you know.
If Duarte Studios can get that mech out and get it between $300 and $400, it'll be something special. He's very passionate. Everything the man does is quality and looks extremely official. Third-party companies and independent companies are doing amazing things with toys. And even though Four Horsemen had a lot of experience, technically they are a third-party independent company. Of course, I forgot this character's name. He will be Snake Man, okay? Just like Masters of the Universe. The selling point here is the colors. The colors really pop on the scales. Eventually, they're going to sell these characters where the torso will come off and it'll have a snake body. This was a surprise drop. They don't have them snake bodies ready yet. Really cool that you can mod your figure, almost customize the figure to your liking. Single joints. There was some things shown at the show that will double jointed. You will see that later on in this video. Beautiful sculpt work. Why they can't have bicep cut is conversation for another show. I think they're going to go into double joints. These figures aren't about articulation. It's all about the sculpting and now paintwork. Paintwork in this is exceptional. My only wish is that this head had a tongue. Looks kind of weird in there without the tongue sticking out. You can easily get this head off, I think. And you have a stoic head. So he's just chilling. There's a wire in that. It's a beautiful piece. It's a nice builder as he falls. It's a nice builder. And that's all I can really say is when their builders are more cost efficient, or you can you get them for a little cheaper. They're not at that 55. I forget the price points. I know at the show he was $40. I love this beaded necklace. He also comes with a spear. I have a bag of hands beneath me. It's nice. There's a weird gap back here. I don't know what they could have done for that. I don't like that. Of course, these pauldrons come off. You see how he has like the traps. Good little piece. Show exclusive. I don't know when these go up. I don't know. Listen, I'm so misinformed about when you collect everything, it's hard to keep up. I don't know when these will go to general public. Maybe they're going to be on sale after the show. Definitely will be up for pre-order. This is a cool piece. Everything they announced, from that dragon to the next few waves, are pretty darn incredible. Let's move on.
I was asking you for your opinion.
I think you don't cover a Rocketeers thing.
I'm kind of with you. And then I can put that money towards something more money. But it does look.
The other one's over there. There's no light on it.
There's another one there? Yeah, it is pretty insane. Oh, it's in a different pole. So from one giant piece of a dragon to another, New York City Figure Fanatic hit me up and said, yo, I made a mistake and ordered two. I like your channel. Seem like a nice guy. Do you want a giant man at cost? I know you don't have one. Couldn't pass it up. Listen, I'm sure if you were interested in this, you've seen a review already, so I'm just going to give you the long and short of it. The selling point is the eyes. Fortunately, I didn't get a bunch of wonky eyes. I got legit ones. They look glass. They look glossy. They look like they have real lenses for eyes. That's the selling point. It is basically a ginormous Marvel Legend with beautiful eyes. I mean, look at that. He's taller than Castle Grayskull, which is cool. $225. I don't mind that price. I wouldn't overpay and pay like $350 for this item. Still think it should have been on shelves for $175 without the faceplates. You know, without the zombie faceplate. I don't know. I don't want to get into a big thing. It always ruffles feathers, and that's really not what I'm about. Not that I'm a fence sitter. You guys know I don't like HasLab. But at the end of the day, I have liked every HasLab I've gotten secondhand. So I can't deny the quality. It's a good piece. And I'm glad I got it. Please follow New York City Figure Fanatic. The man is a good customizer of Mythic Legions. Really nice guy. Appreciate him immensely. Very cool. Glad to have this piece in my collection.
We've got the snapping turtle, the croc, so we got these coming for wave 1.5. So it's only going to be 2 new figures. We thought, well, instead of reissuing these, what if we do the 2 new figures, and then if you want to buy one of these versions, would we be able to offer that? So we're kind of kicking around a couple. These 2 are the only ones that are not on Big Bad Toy Store because they're the Kickstarter exclusives. But beautiful.
Okay, so from one Hasbro product to another, this is probably, I've only purchased one other thing that was disappointing. That was Sergeant Rock from McFarlane. This is right there with it. The wings are over-designed. A pet peeve of mine with figures these days, if these holsters are so important, just have them in the sculpt. And that's not a knock to this figure, just in general. If the aesthetic of the figure is these holsters, wouldn't it just look nicer sculpted in? I don't know. That's just a me thing. Look how wonky this blade is. Look at that. And look how straight that blade is. I had to heat the shit out of this figure. And now it just does, it feels loose because I had to heat it so much. Everything was locked up. Other reviewers have said that. Yojo Jerk told me his was. He actually ordered this for me. I think just standing there, it's a nice looking sculpt. I think just standing there, it does the job. But we don't buy figures to just stand there. We want to at least get them in a pose that we love. Can't do that with this figure. Wings feel weird. Everything felt weird. I don't know if it was rushed. I have no idea. It's not for me to sit here and speculate as to why this figure has poor QC. It just doesn't feel good. and it's wobbly. It's just kind of a mess. It's kind of a bummer. That's all I can say. If this was $30, screw it. It wasn't $30. Closer to $50. Price point is king. Price point allows things to, in my opinion, you can let slide. You go above 40 bucks, I ain't letting it slide. Can't recommend this. So I waited in a Valaverse line for about 20 minutes, hoping to get a Colonel Siege figure, until I realized that he didn't have the replacement butterfly joints on hand. And that kind of stunk, because I think that figure's really fun. I was going to use the extra hand with the cigar for a Logan. But things happen. And they said the next wave they will have the replacement butterfly joints, or it will just be fixed. What a bummer. Just like the Giant Man with the eyes, issues happen. In fact, he also gave me these extra set of hips, because I guess people were having trouble with the hips on Atlas. Fortunately, mine is fine. I like this figure. He's a chunky guy. He's a jacked, beefiest Valaverse figure to date. I think the good guys in this line shine and are actually better than the bad guys, which usually is the opposite. I know people expected him to be really tall. He's not. He's actually on a stand, and he's still shorter than Gung Ho. I think people expected him to be like Gung Ho and Roadblock. He's kind of a short, jacked-looking Italian guy. He's fun. My only wish is the beanie also would have the Action Force logo on it. It just looks kind of plain. I like how you could take that drum out and you could put them clips in there for the gun. Like every other Valaverse figure, he has a ton of hands to hold the gun and do different things. That's what makes the line different from Classified, is the extra things you get. I do have a little set of goggles for that head. Just to kind of, I don't know. It needs a little, as much as I like it, it needs a little more oomph. And I think that beanie either should have been a different color. I might paint it red or maroon. Then again, you're like a sniper's wet dream. I don't know. I might dirty up the boots. Something's got to be done with this beanie. It needs something. Like a skull would have been cool on it. I don't know. But I do like the figure. I know that. So it was worth waiting in the line for 30 minutes. Let's see another clip, and we will get to my last figure.
Talk over vid.
Give it a little tip.
Well, I'm going to talk over it when oh, that's dope. The gentleman from this company that was selling this toy was extremely nice. I didn't get this for free or anything. I want to be kind here, because you don't know where this company can go. This is their first outing. First impressions are big. This is Mad Dog from Invincible Toys. The name of the crew is Fist. And all of a sudden, we're getting into an overcrowded, flooded military toy line at the 1/12 scale with Valaverse and Monster Force and Classified. So you really have to stand out or be special. The thing that I do like is the sculpting on the shirt. I think the head. Now I think the head is fun enough, but they really should have went hard with the cybernetic stuff. Maybe one arm be cybernetic or metal. I do like the metallic paint in the armor and in the gun. What I don't like is this. You could see like a separation. I will have pics here. The ball of the shoulder is kind of separated from the upper torso joint, giving it a really hodgepodge kind of slapped together look. I also don't like how these things are like any other line. They're meant to clip on, just like Classified, but they pop off. It's like, it's not a total piece of shit. I might take that head and pop it in that bulletproof like vest and pop it on my extra Outback. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe, I don't know if they're aware of it. It just doesn't look right. You shouldn't have that separation here. I also think the legs should be beefier when you have a big armor up top and then you have skinny legs. But Classified, you know what this kind of reminds me of year one Classified stuff, if I'm being honest. They should have just went heavier into the cybernetic stuff too. Like I said, like a metal arm, kind of like Bucky from Winter Soldier, or what's his nuts, Cable. It's not a total dud. It's not, but I don't know if it's worth $30, especially in a flooded market of military figures. You know what I mean? It's missing a little something, but if it didn't have those joint issues separated, I could maybe recommend it if you were just wanting something completely different for your military figures. So I don't know. Nothing's loose or anything. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, there's some paint stuff going on. It's if I had to grade it 1 through 10, oh man, it'd probably be like a 6. Where most a really good Classified in Valorverse, like Atlas, to me is a 9, and this guy's a 6. I don't know. Hate to end the show on a sour note. Legion's Con was fantastic, and I want to thank everyone that came up to me and said, "Gaines, I like your channel." Believe me, that did happen, surprisingly, for a small channel. The Raw Dogs, I said they enjoy Mega Powers. You guys kick ass. It was a really humbling, fun, cool as hell experience, and I just want to thank you guys. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Will you be picking up any of these? Do you have Giant Man? Do you have Atlas? Do you have Snake Man? Do you have Ginger Mohawk Guy? Do you have Nemesis Enforcer, who really is a big miss? I will see you tonight on Monday Night Raw. Take care. Have fun. Woo! Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah!